Hey guys, got a review today, another one. I think it's review week. I've just gotten a lot of kits in recently. I've got a Hasegawa, and I do apologise. I am trying a new camera jig, camera mount, so I can get a lot of overhead shots with my camera. So just bear with me until I get it fine tuned and sorted. I'm going to be able to raise it and lower it. But just for the time being, I really do apologise. So yep, so we got a so I'm going to have to spin this box around too because this thing's quite big. So as you can see there, it's a Hasegawa kit. It's a Macross series. So you guys in America or Australia, we all know it as Robotech. It's a VF-1J, a Valkyrie Vermilion Squadron. And so the box art. So we've got some scenes here from the anime itself. I mean, if you grew up in the 80s, yeah, you'll know why I love this cartoon anime. There's a shot of Rick Hunter there. But this isn't a transformable kit either. So, and also on the side of the box here, you can see a, I guess a basic assembly of the kit, what it looks like. Some really nice details. I'm going to put the link down below as well where I got this from. I actually bought this on eBay from Japan, so it's probably taken about 2 weeks, probably just a bit over 2 weeks to get here. So I was pretty impressed. The way it came packaged was pretty good too. So I had a look at it yesterday, sneaky look, because one of my friends on one of the Google Plus Hangouts wanted to have a look, so I stripped it open and showed him what the kit looks like. And the box art's pretty much the same on the short edges of the box. But you see, yeah, it's pretty sweet artwork. You can see the SDF one in the background as well. And this is a 1:48 scale kit. So we're gonna have a look in the box. I'm gonna pop this lid open. Now I think I paid, by memory, I think I paid about, geez, it would have been about 40 bucks or something for this kit. Maybe 50, I can't remember, just the conversion rate. So it was in US dollars, and the way the Australian dollars at the moment, yeah, it's pretty poor, so I paid a bit more than what it said on the thing, but you know, it's worth it. Okay, so in the box, you got 3 bags. So I'll get rid of the box itself. You got, say, 3 bags, and we have, just let me, decals are always pretty hard to get out because they're always right down the bottom. Big flat sheet. Just bear with me. Alright, so I've got the decal sheet and the box is empty. Alright, so as per usual, I'm just going to have a quick flick through the instructions for you. Alright, so it is in black and white, and I believe, yes it is, and I do believe it's a big one, just one fold out instruction. So you are just going to have to shuffle through and fold pages accordingly as you go through it. And unfortunately, this entire manual is in Japanese. Even the front, the only English is there, and there's just a couple of things on the dimensions. So if I bring in, I'll see if I can bring in a bit more. Oh, that's probably as good as I'm going to get it, just the way the book is. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Okay, so straight away, yep, it does say 1:48 scale. You got the dimensions, so if you can read Japanese, you know, I'll just leave that there, and you can just pause it. Okay, and if you can read English, I'll just leave that there. You can pause it and have a sneaky look. Alright. And so you got your trees, your runners, your sprue list, whatever you want to call it. Goes up to, I think, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, no, J. Okay, where's H sprue? It's gone weird. Okay, so E, G, yeah, they're all over the shop. So whether they're sprues from another kit, then they're the actual missing sprues to make up the I think in K is there. F sprue is not there. So yeah, they're probably from other kits, other runners. you got your clear plastics, and you know, it's all there, and they're all numbered as well, so they're all finely printed in there, so you can, if you are missing parts, you know what it looks like, which is a good idea. And you know, just how to put decals on, decals, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to be in trouble here as well, so I'm going to have to try and get myself a Mr. Hobby a paint chart, which I don't have because I don't use Mr. Hobby paints generally. So they do have the FS colours there as well, but there's a couple of colours, you know, 126, and I have no idea what 126 is, so I'm going to have to talk to some of my Japanese friends and find out what that is. But that's your colour call out. It does come with a pilot, so you get a little pilot there, and once again it's all, yeah, it's going to be, I'm going to have to go through either some of my old Robotech role-playing books, or I'm going to have to watch some of the Robotech DVDs I've got and try to get some colours and just take notes, and also I'm going to have to reference out those colours on that colour chart. And I won't bore you to death with instructions, I'll just give you a quick squizzy look through here. So you just got your nose assembly, your head assembly. You do get two different head options here. You got the 1J series and you got the 1A series. And then you got obviously your Battleoid rifle. Okay, and your wing assembly. You've got open closed position, so it's like your F-14 Tomcat kits. By the looks of it, you got your mechanism there. You are going to be able to swing the wings forward and back, which is also a nice touch. So if you are going to do that, you're just going to have to protect your paint a bit more, maybe with some extra gloss coats or whatever, just to stop from scratching. But then, what else we got here? We've got the arm assembly, legs. Now this is a nice touch. Now one of the sprues, I will show you this in a moment when I do go through the parts. You do have an options on the legs here, or once it's in when it's in Battleoid formation, it's going to be legs, but when it's in transformed into a fighter, now these will be your jets. So you do have covers, or removable covers that are optional, and you get all the inside detail. So that's going to be really, really cool. So if I bring you in there, and you can see it, like all the really, really nice detail that's going to be inside here. Okay. And actually got landing gears as well inside your legs, so there's actually quite a fair bit of detail for this plane. It's completely different what I'm used to building. Now with my aircraft, it's so it's going to be a lot of fun. So you got your decals and painting. Okay, so you got two options, or three options here actually. So you got your VF-1J. And if once I do go have with the decals, hopefully, and it doesn't know, I can't do Skull Squadron Spion, but you got VF-1A 111 and VF-1A 112. Now I'm not too sure who flies those aircraft. I'm going to have to go through all my books and that to find out who it is, do some more reference work. But as you can see, there are a lot and lots of decals to go on this, so I've got my work cut out. So that is in the instructions. Alright, so the decals themselves, they're very, very nice. Typical Hasegawa decals. So you got all your, I think it's called RDF, the RDF markings. Your spacey decals. You've also got cockpit transfers in here as well. Okay, so you got your console. So very science fiction. It's not like your typical modern day fighters today where they're just basically black and white. Got a lot of oranges and blues in there. And the actually, I don't know if you can see them, but they're all in registry. I mean, they're very small decals, but you can actually read the print that's on there. So if you put these under a microscope or a magnifier, or more like a magnifier, not a microscope, a magnifier. You can actually read them quite easily. Okay, so you got the SDF-1, Prometheus. So obviously, I think, yeah. So this aircraft, you've got the decals for whatever. I guess you call it aircraft carrier, SDF-1, what they come from, what ship they come from, which is also a nice touch. Okay, so they're the decals there. So far, guys, very impressed. So if you are thinking about getting, just having a change, going from, you are an aircraft builder and you want something different, I mean, I definitely recommend this kit. From what I've seen so far, from having a sneak peek yesterday, I'm very impressed. Okay, so we'll do the clear parts first. This is the only one I didn't open yesterday because I didn't see the point while I was looking through it. Right, so I'm just going to do a little choppy chop. And I'll bring the lights in over here. Alright, so why they give you, what I thought was, why they give you two cockpits. Okay, so I'm just going to have another quick look in here, because they might have a thing where it's not used. I have no idea why they've done it, but I do see that this one here has a wicked mold line going through the center of the cockpit glass, and this one here doesn't. So I don't know, because this one here is numbered 1 and this one here is numbered number 16 on the clear parts, and from what I can see, I don't see any difference in variance of the cockpit glass. So I don't know, maybe they just realised that there's a mold line and they rectified the problem, who knows. But then you've got a lot of dash glass in here, which is really nice. Very clear. It's very clear glass too, guys. It's, you know, there's, I mean, there's, if I put up against the line, it's a little bit warpy through the lines, but you know, I'm not one of those guys that are completely anal about how clear and smooth the glass. As long as it looks nice and there's no scratches and there's no weird little spidering or anything inside the glass, you know, I'm a happy dude. So yeah, alright, yep, so I'm happy about that. Righty-o. I'll put this back in the plastics. I don't really want to scratch this, and if I even build the thing, it's all scratched up. So we're going to look at this bag here. So we've got all the small sprues chucked in one little bag, which is not too bad, I guess. I'm not, you know, too fussed about it. So you got your pilot figure here. So it's actually quite nice. So you can see the helmet. There's helmet details on there. The visor. It's a visor down helmet, so you don't have to go through all the trouble of trying to paint the figure's face. Mold lines and flash. There aren't too many. If not, there's none on this sprue. So yeah, you're not going to have any flash. And honestly, I've built a few Hasegawa kits now, and you don't really seem to get a lot of flash on their kits. So I guess that makes up for, you know, like paying that little bit of extra money for a Hasegawa kit. And you've got, and in this hand here you can see that he's actually holding the flight, the throttle stick. So that's pretty cool. And then you've got, I'll see if I can get some more light on here without killing it. So actually nice detail on his torso there, and that's G-sprue, as you can see there on the top there. And then you got seat details, you got side of the cockpit interior details. You do get a lot of extra little interior details here. So trying to work out what this would be. That would be the sides of the seats, I think. Now where do you get, yeah, so that would be for the seats. There's the actually seat itself. Seat belt details. You got like ventilation details in there, or recessed. I'm just going to call it ventilation, but yeah, it's actually some fine recess in the back seat backing there. Okay. We have, okay, this one here, these are the two heads I was talking about. So you got like two different head variants. You've got the lasers on the top there, so once you put those in, you might, well, they're already pretty much pre-drilled out, so you don't have to drill them out or anything, so all the recess work is in there. Okay, so you got the sensors, so they're basically the eye pieces there. You got the arms, okay, and you also got the wheels here. So these, I believe, are they both K sprue? Yep. So these are mirrored sprue. So you got the tires. I think there you got the tires, the wheels. So you got the front tires, rear tires. I think that the turbo fans are here. You just got all these little tiny little details as well on the side here. I couldn't even tell you what they are at the moment. Yeah, so they're your arms, okay. And to the big sprue, or big bag. So then you got your wings, and once again, and I have not seen an ounce of flash on this kit yet, so I'm not even going to talk about flash anymore because there just isn't any on here. Ejector pin marks, they're only on the insides where you're not going to see them, and they're very shallow as well. So inside the wings there, if you look on the other side, you know, there's no weird bruising or markings where, you know, where sometimes you see the ejector pin marks come through the other side. Okay, so these are all your wing sprue, and then there's your there's a Battleoid rifle, or the main armament. Going to C sprue. Now here are the legs I was talking about. So you've got your wings, your open and fold mechanism. So if you've built like F-14 Tomcats before, or F-111s, and any other aircraft that have movable wings, you know, you're going to be familiar with this mechanism in here. And so there's your outside your leg covers, and I'm trying to work out what that is. Yeah, so here's your one of your legs with all the detail. I mean, see if I can bring it up closely enough, you can see that the detail on here is just really nice, guys. So if you love washing and like washing your models, putting washes in there, pin washing, dry brushing, I mean, you're gonna have an absolute field day when it comes to this part of the build. You can actually see like all the hydraulics in there. It looks like for the legs, for the feet, like it's just detail. They don't actually do anything. So, and then for the actual covers themselves, the recessed panel lines work is really nice. And then you got the riveting on here as well. If I can sort of move it around, I can't really see it on here on the screen. And also being white plastic, it's just really hard to make out. So if you can see it, you see all the rivet work all along here, and all the recessed panel lining in here. Okay, and if I flip it over on the same parts, you've got interior detail on here as well. So I mean, that's a big thumbs up to Hasegawa for putting that in there on this kit. And that looks like landing gear as well. So that'll be your front wheel landing gear arm, and all these other little things. I wouldn't even know what they are at this stage. Okay, and then you've got your rear tailplane, or your uprights. You've also got here, what are these? These would be your front intakes here. So this is all your intakes and your rear tail assembly. Okay, and then you've got, I guess, like checker plate detail or here as well. So I mean, so once you get all this thing weathered up, it's going to look really nice, I reckon. I mean, what else we got here? Okay, And the final sprue. I wonder if I can find a year on this thing. Doesn't say. I normally have a year printed on this. Okay, so this is a sprue, and then we got the nose cone, or the main cockpit part of the fuselage. There's only slight detail inside. I mean, the detail's nothing spectacular inside, but I guess, you know, once if you want to go and try and detail this up, you probably could, but you know, it's depending on how all the cockpit goes together. That's when you're going to find out. So just when you do build this, obviously, you know, just make sure you sort of pre-fit, test fit everything before you glue together, and then during the test fit stage, that way, you know, then you can decide whether it needs more detail or not. And then the recess. Yeah, the recess panel line detail on this is just really nice. It's not really deep and wide. It's not, you know, really shallow. It's even all throughout the whole kit. But one thing I do recommend with this kit, you are going to have to watch how much paint you put on this. So keep it really thin. Make sure you thin your paint out, and just spray it in a few light coats. Otherwise, you know, all this really nice detail may disappear on you. So, I mean, these kits here, I can't just walk into a hobby shop nearby and just pick one up. I've actually got to order these online, so I'm normally got to wait a couple of weeks for these things. So you've got I think this is the bottom. This might be the top. Hang on, I'm just trying to work out what these are. Let me go through the instructions quickly. Okay, looking at the instructions, so this is where you're going to get the wing folding mechanism sitting here. This will still be upright, facing the way you're looking at, you're looking down on top of it, and this part here will actually sit on top. So this is where your cockpit, your cockpit joins onto, so your fuselage will be here. So this thing will probably roughly, I believe, probably be that big. So it's going to be about I think it's going to be about a foot long, roughly. Just see the dimensions on the box here. Oh, they normally have them on these kits, how long these things are. Length, so yep, so it's just shy of a foot long, and wingspan is just over a foot wide, fully folded out. So you are going to have a fairly decent size Veritech fighter on your shelf. And remember, this isn't transformable. This is just a fighter mode kit. So yeah, this will look really nice on your shelf, displayed with all the rest of your aircraft, or even if you collect Robotech or Macross builds, even anime builds. This will be a really nice addition to your collection, guys. And that pretty much is the review and what's in the box. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will put the link to the eBay store where I picked it up from, and I had no dramas with this store, so check it out. Got a lot of good kits, especially Japanese stuff on there. Go check it out. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next review, guys. Catch you later. Bye bye.